Good day, my name is Christelle from Frans, the Klerk Independent Technical Analyst. Skumi wanted us to look at SPA oil. This exchange traded note tracks the West Texas oil price, and it's a nice exchange traded note to use to get exposure to that commodity. Now we can see R8.46 was a clear resistance, Skumi, and technically this level should change into a support in order to confirm the possible next higher low. And why I say possible, at some stage, wherever that might be, this ETN should find support and lift again above R8.46, and then the next higher low will be confirmed. And that wherever this ETN finds support, it needs to be above R6.55, because then I will have a retracement, support, a bounce, resistance, and a retracement. And at some stage, this ETN should find support and bounces again. And when that previous resistance changes into a support, the next higher low will be confirmed. And take note, this support here should be higher wherever it finds support above that R6.55. If this ETN cannot do that and it continues the momentum to the bottom, and it changes this R6.55 into a resistance, we will refer to it as a lower low. And that is seen as very negative. R6.55 is your line in the sand. Below it, be concerned about the SPA oil, but above R8.46, the next higher low will be confirmed. And I think it's a nice opportunity for a long-term investor to have exposure to the actual West Texas oil price for possible upside when we go back to normal and the demand is there. Quentin wanted us to look at the New Zealand dollar against the American dollar and the USDNZD currency pair. Now, I want to go back, Quentin, to a candle graph because you can see then a clear descending triangle is visible. Now, a descending triangle is a continuation pattern and usually appears at the bottom of a trend. And when that lower band changes into a resistance, it implies that the momentum to the bottom can continue. However, if a descending triangle appears at the top of a rally, it acts as a warning formation that maybe this instrument is losing momentum, and when that horizontal line at the bottom changes into a resistance, it acts as a warning that we can see a pullback. So below $1.64, that descending triangle can basically spark more strength in the New Zealand dollar. And only when it starts to consolidate above $1.69 again, we can see more weakness in the New Zealand dollar. It's critical levels to have a look at. We can see also lower highs on the candles of this currency pair. So maybe at this stage, expect more strength rather than further weakness. Also, my stochastic indicator here is in no man's land. It's sitting on a 50. It's not stretched enough. So if you're not in it, I think it's very difficult to try to trade this at the moment. But with this formation rather implies more strength below that $1.65 level. Terry wanted us to look at Pan Africa. Also a gold share that had massive rallies, but has confirmed this bullish flag formation. Now, a bullish flag is basically a descending triangle at the top of a rally that have changed that upper band into a support. So a descending channel then becomes a bullish flag formation when that upper band changes into a support. And that happened, Terry, when R2.47 on Pan Africa changed into a support. And that tells me that the overall momentum to the top can continue. Now, where can it go if I take the distance of the width of the descending channel and I project it upwards? It tells me that the Pan Africa can see R2.79. It doesn't mean it will go there. It's a possible price target for Pan Africa. However, the big test is, will this level of R2.65, which is my previous record high on the week of the 26th of August 2019, will that level remain a support on a Friday close? Remember, these are weekly graphs, so the graph is complete on a Friday close. So 2.65 is the critical level, and below that level, that will act as a first warning for Pan Africa that you can maybe expect more downside when 2.65 changes into a resistance. And then obviously 2.47 and the moving average, that red line, the 40-week moving average. At the moment, the long-term sentiment towards Pan Africa is positive because that 40-week moving average is still a support. If you're not in it, you're too late. So I would rather look for other shares. There are many of them that are oversold, that's got beautiful turnaround patterns on them. But I think Pan Africa at these levels, I would maybe consider taking some of the profit. And let's have a look at the gold price, which will give you maybe an indication of what we can expect on the gold price. Klerk wanted us to look at the gold price, and we can clearly see $1,715 at this stage. Almost looks like a clear lamp pole formation. But take note on this goodbye kiss that happened here in that week of the 16th of March. Now, this is a positive goodbye kiss, and I know with social distancing at the moment, so kisses are a foreign subject for some of you, but a positive technical goodbye kiss means when the instrument retraces, find support on that 40-week moving average and bounces again and keep it as support, it is seen as positive. It means I'm saying goodbye, I'm going to reach for higher levels, see you later. And that is seen as positive. However, the same type of kisses on the negative side can also apply when an instrument retraces, bounces, tests the 40-week moving average and retrace from it. That acts as a negative goodbye kiss. So you should know your kisses in technical analysis. So when that happens, it acts as a warning formation saying, be careful, there's not enough buyers to support this price and expect more downside. But at the moment, the kisses are positive on the gold price graph. But the next big test is waiting at $1,783. And if I go back, we can see that these were the levels that were tested here in October 2012, February 2012, as well as November 2011. So $1,783 is the big test on the gold price. Will it be able to go there? Maybe not. And if we see loss of momentum, we can expect our first warning sign will be again below $1,631. And remember, these are weekly graphs, so it should close on a Friday below $1,631 to act as a warning sign to say, maybe consider taking profit, we can see lower levels. The 40-week moving average, as I've said, is a support, so the long-term sentiment is positive. 1,783 is a possible target, and then obviously that record high in the week of the 29th of August 2011 at $1,892 is the next big test that we can go and next big resistance that we can go and test to see whether the momentum can escalate even further. Charmaine wanted us to look at Harmony. Also another gold counter, and I really hope the requests of our viewers are because they're already in the stock and not trying to get in, because at these levels it will still be a risky play. Higher lows were definitely confirmed there on Harmony above 42.34. And when that level changed into a support, it was almost no stop for Harmony. Immediately changed that 40-week moving average into support at 46.91. So at the moment, the long-term sentiment towards Harmony is a positive. Now, the big test, Charmaine, is waiting there at this line, and that is at around 55.66. Will there be enough buyers to change that level at 55.66 into a support? If not, we can maybe be sitting here with a possible triple top formation. So a triple top formation is when there's three testing points, and we're going to talk about this breakout. Three testing points on almost the same resistance level with a retracement, and when this lower band should change into a resistance, it will act as the warning confirmation to say, consider banking profit, the sellers are coming in, and there are some serious profit takers here. So 55.66 is your big resistance, and we've got two false breaks or whipsaws here. One is on the bottom side of this consolidation band, and one is there at the top. So you will see that you've got these false whipsaws and breaks out that almost, you know, are the discouragement patterns of technical analysis, where you think a level is confirmed, but then it just retraces and changes that into a support or a resistance again and moves back into the consolidation band. So you can maybe see that as well on Harmony, but at this stage, 55.66, and you should ignore these whipsaws and look at the strong levels that's got 3 points and more of touching points on a line and say, I'm going to use those levels as my line in the sand. Will I consider a short here? If you're a very brave trader, you can maybe do that. I still think it's a bit risky. My indicators are not stretched enough, although it has been a massive rally. But if you maybe see a turnaround pattern of some sort or some breakout, then maybe you can. And then the first sign will be below a 51.64, the moving average of 47.46, and then that lower band, as I've said, that weighted there around 44.65 on Harmony. But that big test is 55 Rand 66. See whether it's going to change that in a support and keep it one. Kevin wanted us to look at silver. Kevin, this is another example of a descending triangle at the top of a rally that warned when that horizontal line changed into a resistance. And look how it was tested, bounced, could not change this upper band into a support, confirmed the lower high, and when that level there around $16.54 changed into a resistance, it just plummeted to lower levels. So do not ignore descending triangles at the top of a rally. Now the big test now is higher lows are visible on silver. But the big test on silver will be when $15.43 changes into a support on a weekly close. Then I can confirm that it's a small pullback and the next higher low will be confirmed, and that will be seen as positive. When will silver warn? When $14.81 changes into a resistance, or if you want to give it some more room for breathing, then below $14.33, my next warning on silver will be on the cards. Please feel free to send through your requests via email or Twitter for next week's show. Have a fantastic week. Take care.